everyone, and it is finally that time. It is time for my December book haul, part 1. I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for this, and it is finally here so that I can haul these books and actually get around to reading them. I have a lot of books in this part 1. I have like 14 or 15 books. And a very similar amount in part 2. The first book I got is Undertow by K.R. Conway. I won this book in a Goodreads giveaway. It is a little bit heavy for a paperback book. It's on the bigger size. I think it might be one of the Amazon self-published books, although I'm not positive on that. I have to say I don't like all of the "it's all over." That's not a description of the book. No, it's not. Instead, this book is so great. This book is fantastic. I really appreciate getting this book from the giveaway, but I have to say, please, please, please change your cover art. This is okay, but that, the Undertow side thing, great. Anyways, getting sidetracked. This book, I'm going to read the description off my phone because it is, again, a little bit detailed, and I don't want to get it wrong. And I want to make it sound awesome like it is. Alright, so, luckless Elia, however you say that, is unknowingly the last of her kind. Rare, gifted, breakable, stunning. Rafe, what's her name is Rafe, is her kind's historic enemy, soulless, lethal, lost. A legendary death 160 years before would set their lives to collide, forcing a beautiful killer to become a savior, and a simple wallflower to become a warrior, and a ruthless destiny to become a death sentence. And in this book, she also just suddenly inherits a $1 million Cape Cod home. Altogether, I have to admit, it sounds a little bit like it's going to have some cheesy romance in it, which I don't like. But this is a YA book, which sometimes you get that. On top of which, the rest of it sounds really awesome and lots of mystery to it. And I enjoyed my last Goodreads giveaway book so much that I'm really looking forward to this one. The next couple of books I got from book outlets, and the first of which is Archlight by Jocelyn L. McQueen, I think. This book is a dystopian book, and that is what drew me to it. It is about a girl who lives in a society it's protected by some light or a gray zone or whatever, and outside of that is the great unknown, and everyone is told it's really dangerous, and she is found outside of it, and she survives somehow, but everyone else doesn't survive being out there, and no one knows what is going on, and she may still be in danger. Honestly, I just like the description because it is a dystopian book, even though I have to say the plot doesn't sound super original, but you never know where they're going to go with it. Next we have Unravel Me by Tahereh Mafi. I don't actually own the first book. I got it in the library, but this was so cheap. It's a really nice hardback copy. I just couldn't resist, and I want to read it. I probably won't read it for a little while because I have so many books I'm looking forward to, but I have it. After that is Cruel by Jennifer Albin, spelled with a G, which is very surprising. Anyways, this cover is beautiful, and it is about people, I think spinsters, who weave fates, and this girl who has that ability, and she joins this elite group who can do that, and she can live forever and be beautiful and decide people's fates. But I guess there's a lot of treachery involved, and she doesn't know who to trust, and things get interesting. So this will be an interesting read. I really hope it's good. I really, really want it to be good. After that is Iona by Alison Goodman. I have the first book, Eon, or however you say it. Haven't read it yet, but this matches the cover of the first one, even though these are not my favorite covers, and preferably I just would have bought the other covers, but it was super cheap, so that's on the positive. After that is 172 Hours on the Moon by Johan Hartstead, and this book I picked up because I've heard a lot about it on BookTube. It's about some kids that win a prize to go to the moon. Yay, very exciting, except for darkness and evilness awaits them. I don't even think evilness is a word, but it does. And they have to survive. It's supposed to be really creepy, scary. I don't usually like scary, but if there's a good mystery involved, especially with science fiction twist, then I look forward to it. And this is probably the most expensive book I got from Book Outlet. I don't remember how much it cost. After that, I have Whispers at Moonrise by C.C. Hunter and Chosen at Midnight by C.C. Hunter. These are the 4th and 5th book, I think. I don't actually own the 3rd book, couldn't find it on there. I think they had it at one point, but they don't now. And I have the 1st and 2nd book. I've only read the 1st book. Yeah, it's a semi-generic YA supernatural series, but it's a lot of fun, and when you feel like that sort of thing, that is the book to read. So yeah. Alright, for the next 2 books, let me preface by saying that these books I bought at my local bookstore, and they are both manga. Now, when I was much younger, like 13, 14, I read a whole bunch of manga. I still have them, and honestly, since then, I haven't really read any. Yeah, it just kind of lost its appeal for me. But I got in the mood, I think, because I've been looking at comics too, and so I picked up 2 fantasy ones. I don't really feel like the high school ones, but the fantasy looked interesting, so I thought I'll try it. I read so much, lots and lots of words, that sometimes maybe I'd like some pictures. So the first is Pandora Hearts by, okay, I'm not going to try to say that name. But this is about a boy who gets to celebrate his ceremony at 15. I guess everyone has a ceremony. But he is condemned for a sin that he didn't even know he committed. And then he is sent to this eternal prison. But this girl appears to help him. But she might be a very mysterious force. I love the cover art, and I've seen the cover art for all of the other books, and they look so pretty, so I'm really hoping this is just a fun, quick read. Next is Alice in the Country of Hearts. It's actually sideways, but you see this, and the other side. Yeah, this is a bind-up of 3. It's about Alice, who is sitting in her garden, just like Alice in Wonderland, and then instead of a rabbit, it's a human guy with rabbit ears, and I guess everyone in Wonderland has weapons, things are happening, and I guess a bunch of people are just suddenly in love with her. It just sounds really cute, and I like Alice in Wonderland, and the art is so pretty. Next is Grave Witch by Kaylin Price. I actually just read this book yesterday because I got impatient, and it's December, so I'm not cheating. This book is about a woman who is a grave witch, and therefore she can raise, oh, I forget what they're called now, but they're kind of like the ghosts or memories of dead people, and she can't not do this, and she can see death, or I guess there's multiple deaths, but this really hot guy, I guess, named Death, and no one else can see him, and on top of which bad things are happening, people are getting killed, and she wants to figure out what's going on. It was really good. I'll talk about it in my wrap-up. I have to say there is adult content in this. I wish there wasn't. It was completely unnecessary. I just skipped it. But yeah, the rest of the book is excellent. After that is The Silver by Tanya Huff. I really wanted to get this book. Really. It had great reviews on Amazon. It is an adult fantasy, kind of sci-fi book. I think it has that steampunk aspect. It's by Tanya Huff, and I've read some of her books before. It is about werewolves, and I have been in a werewolf phase, for a better word. I just can't not stop reading them. This one is about a magical world in which there's a prophecy that says a child born by a werewolf / mage, different terms for them, but same thing, will destroy the kingdom possibly. So he goes out to the other kingdom with all the werewolves and all the mages and starts murdering them. And then he tries to imprison all of the pregnant women of the prophecy. And this girl is a university student. I think she's a werewolf. Gets captured, and then she escapes due to the son of a werewolf lord or whatever. But she's trying to help the women who have been captured escape. Great reviews. It sounds fantastic. It's kind of a large book, but I am so excited to read it. Then we have Ultraviolet by R.J. Anderson, and this cover is really pretty, although I've heard the metallic cover is not so great for long-lasting prettiness, but the actual topic of this book sounds great. It is about a girl who is in a mental ward because she kills a girl. Now, she doesn't remember killing the girl, but she confesses to it, and everyone's pretty sure she did it. But she has strange powers, and I think that's how she killed her. And then the scientist decides to take up her case, and it sounds great. Dystopian, maybe. So I cannot wait to read this. And finally, last but not least, is The Goddess Test by Amy Carter, and she just did another book in a different series. I forget what it's called. I really should remember, that everyone's been raving about. I really wanted to read this series for a long time, but I was like, nah, maybe I'll just not. And then I read the Percy Jackson series, and oh my gosh, Greek mythology, I want to read it all. So then I picked up this book, and out of all the books, this is the book that I want to read most in this part 1 of the book haul. Although I'll probably hold off for a little bit so I can enjoy it. But it is about a girl who meets, the girl's mother is dying, and then she meets this guy, and he says that he is Hades, and if she marries him or goes through all these tests to marry him, then he will save her mother from death. And she doesn't believe him until he saves this girl, like helps her come back to life. And so then she wants to go through the tests. I've heard some mixed reviews about this, although mostly very positive. And I love the cover. So these are part 1 of my book haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't wait to do part 2. I will probably do my Friday night reads on Friday, and then this weekend I'll probably do part 2 of my book haul. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, and I would love to hear if you've read some of these books, what you thought. Please, no spoilers. And if you see a new book that you're excited about, I would also like to hear about it. So anyways, hope you guys have a great day.